Alright, what's up everybody? I know you guys may be tired of the original thing, but it's another day, so let's get into it. I'm ready. And just know we're going to do whatever we can to get this done. And so there should be a photocopied sheet that looks like this and that's the only page we're doing today, because we're only going to do that page. So we're going to do that page today, and we're going to start off, and there's some questions I want you to answer. You can answer them on your own after you watch the video. I will tell you that Hebrews 11 is often called the Hall of Faith. Not the bad people list, not Jesus Coffee, but Hall of Faith. And so the Hall of Faith is just basically, Hebrews 11 says all these things that all the Old Testament people did in faith. And faith is basically action. We're going to define that tomorrow or tonight whenever you watch it. But faith is something so important to our own lives. And so we're going to read the first section of it. And it says, movie stars, sports figures, political leaders, these are heroes of our day. Maybe not political heroes, but who knows. Physical beauty, athletic prowess, which just means how athletic you are, and intellectual skills are all things that we admire in our heroes and heroines. If anybody knows what a heroine is, I really don't know what that means. I don't understand what it is to use hero. People of all ages tend to respect those by virtue of their unique abilities can accomplish feats beyond the norm. It's just basically saying we appreciate those who can do things better than us. It has been noted that the heroes of society often reveal the character of our people within a society. So, real quick story break. I love telling stories. If you're in my Bible class, you know I told them about the scary geese, and I told them about the electric fence. If you have an electric fence, it's a lot of fun if you do it the right way. And if you don't know anything about electric fence, find someone in my Bible class and ask them about it. But here's a different story. So, one of my best friends, and I totally felt like a hero. It is like my most heroic moment that I've ever had. I don't think I'll ever top it. And I didn't get the girl, but that's okay. Side note. But this is like my most heroic moment. And so a few years ago, my friend got married. His name is Jeremy Baxter. And some of y'all know him. He's this, 6'4", big, athletic basketball player. And we met in college, but I met his wife now first. Her name was Abby. And they get married a few years ago, and I'm in their wedding. I was like, oh, that's sweet. But he was so good at basketball that our college asked him to play on our team. And he said no. But he did play on our intramural team when I wasn't even there. Whatever. I never won an intramural championship. I'm a little bitter. But anyways, we were in this, what is it called? The reception dinner? No, what's it called? The rehearsal dinner. And after rehearsal dinner, it's been storming all night. It's been raining like crazy. And he lives in Lakeland at the time, which is further south. And that's where I went to college. And it's raining like crazy. We're all dressed kind of nicely. And the girls go to Abby's house. On their way to Abby's house, there's this big road, and it goes down, and there's water everywhere. And they're like, okay, well, it doesn't look that bad. So they go into it, and their car gets stuck at the bottom. And it is thundering and lightning and raining, and they call us, and they're freaking out. And so me and Jeremy take off, and we're in this truck, and we go, and we can't get in there because we don't want to get stuck either. And so we stop at the top of the hill, and we're in our dress clothes, and we're like, all right. And so I roll up my pants, and I start running through the water with thunder and lightning everywhere. It's like a movie scene, I'm telling you. And I open up the side door. He gets his wife. I get the bridesmaid, and we're carrying them across this water, trudging through the water. And I was like, we put her down, and then we go and went back, got her stuff, closed the doors, and it's thunder and lightning. And all I can say is you're my hero. I was like, yeah. So I'm basically a hero. Just call me a superhero. Next time you see me, just give me a high five. But that's not what God's talking about. I just wanted to brag for a second, I don't know the last time I did that. Something like that. But when God is talking about heroes, he's talking about something completely different. He's talking about people from the Old Testament. He's not talking about people who fight off thousands of people. He's not talking about people who, go and find the magical sword and clear the dungeon. No, he's not talking about anything like that. He's talking about people who have faith and do miraculous things and save the nation just by trusting and having faith in God. When you look at the definition of faith, it says it is a settled conviction. A settled conviction concerning the veracity or truthfulness of God. This means that you have already decided that whatever God says is absolutely true. Therefore, no matter what he does, and no matter how your circumstances may appear to you, you know that you can trust him to be faithful to do all he has said he will do. And when I read that, I'm like, that's like so hard to do. There's so many times in our walk with Christ that we're going to have doubts. We're going to have trust issues. Like that's a human part of us. And what I want you to not freak out over is that if I don't trust God in this moment, that means I'm not a Christian. No, that means that you're pointed in the right direction. Doubt can either lead you away from Christ or to Christ. You can let the doubt push you towards Christ, or you can just say, all right, I give up. And that's not what I want from you guys. And there are so many times in my own walk where I've doubted Christ. Does that mean I don't have faith in him? No. But what that does mean is that I turn to him and give him more and try and do whatever I can to understand what's going on. And there's people around even Jesus that doubted Christ. And so you're not alone. If you're doubting Christ, just know that you're not alone. And so, with that, I hope you guys have a great day. Know that I love you. And let me find another. There it is. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Alright guys, see you later.